Mamba out.
Drippin', saucy yellow, bitch, I do this often. My bitch is bad, she always in office. Don't got the tags, I'm running my body. Can't see the pads, I'm living too fast. With 20 my dash, I'm up, but I lost him. He wanna brag, I emptied his bag and took what he had. Don't care what it cost him. Then he broke, he turned into a hoe. It seems before, the shit is exhausting. Ran on a hoe, I wanna be known. The stage of my soul, you ran even muscle. I even broke.
Let me tell you.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Sports Now with Darius and Nate. And today we're going to be talking about the Chiefs versus the Bills at Arrowhead Stadium, man. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and watch the entire video. You don't want to miss it. All right. We're going to start it off with something real simple, Darius. What are your thoughts on this game?
Well, Aiden, thanks for asking, man. Like, this is a very, very interesting game because, Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes are both MVP candidates. If I had to rank them, I would put Patrick Mahomes second in the MVP race and Josh Allen at third. Two very phenomenal quarterbacks on two phenomenal teams. Of course, y'all know Patrick Mahomes is dealing with an injury, a concussion, and an ankle injury, I believe, on his right ankle. And from what I've heard, as of now, Patrick Mahomes is still in concussion protocol, and as of now, he is ruled out or questionable for this game. So I'm going to treat it as if Patrick Mahomes is not playing. Got it now. If Patrick Mahomes is not playing, the Buffalo Bills are going to win this game and going to advance to the Super Bowl. And Aiden, if you look at the stats this season, the postseason, the Buffalo Bills, they're averaging around close to 310 yards per game. And they're probably in the lower tier. Of course, they're above the Tennessee Titans, Chicago Bears, Seahawks, and the Rams from an offensive standpoint. Right? We in the postseason we have had some questions about their run game, especially in those and their two previous games against the Ravens and the Colts. But I believe that the Chiefs will not necessarily run the ball because they have a relatively weak ground game. Of course, Clyde Edwards-Helaire is dealing with some injuries. Of course, Le'Veon Bell, we haven't heard about him since he signed with the Chiefs. So no need to worry about that for the Bills. The Bills will score points on this defense. Even though the defense has, I believe, taken an upgrade from last season, they have been underrated throughout these playoffs. Of course, in that game against the Browns, they did hold their ground. They kind of gave up that lead, but they still hung on to it. But Aiden, the reason why I'm picking the Bills is because of one guy and one guy only. Stephon Diggs. Aiden, Stephon Diggs' first season in Buffalo, he pretty much broke almost every single franchise record as a wide receiver for the Buffalo Bills. And I believe Stephon Diggs will have a phenomenal game, right?
To interject there, he also helped Josh Allen break every standing single-season quarterback record there was on the team as well.
Right, and we both know the connection between Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. And I believe that connection will be the key to the Buffalo Bills winning this game. Now, Devin Singletary, he did have a step back from his rookie season last year. Don't forget, you still have John Brown, Cole Beasley. You still have some phenomenal weapons on the offense, not as good as the Chiefs. But I do believe the Buffalo Bills have some great weapons. That defense, don't forget, you have Trey Edmonds, Tre'Davious White, Michael Hyde, Ed Oliver, and the D-line. The offensive line is pretty solid, to say the least. But I do believe that the Chiefs, even though they are at Arrowhead, I don't think they're going to take any deep shots to Tyreek Hill, especially when he's, I believe, being guarded by Denver. Especially when it's being guarded by arguably one of the best cornerbacks in the game. My guy, my friend, Tre'Davious White, man. And that deal, Ed Oliver, Trey Edmonds, phenomenal tackler, right? Michael Hyde, phenomenal safety. And that defense, look at from a statistical standpoint, right? The Bills, they're in the lower tier because, of course, as I mentioned, their run defense is pretty shaky at times, right? We saw in those two previous games, as I mentioned earlier, those two games against the Colts and the Ravens, they pretty much ran the ball on all game, and that was detrimental to them, and they almost lost those games, right? Josh Allen will have an MVP type of performance. I predict Josh Allen's going to have MVP. He's going to have an MVP type of performance. Stephon Diggs is going to show up and show out, and they're going to knock down the Chiefs, and they're going to advance to the Super Bowl, and they're going to win 28-14 over the Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead Stadium. Now, Aiden, let me say this and say this again. I am treating this as if Patrick Mahomes is not playing. I'm treating this as Patrick Mahomes is not playing because as of this moment, he is in coaching protocol and is not expected to play. And yet the floor.
Concussions are a slippery slope, man. Even if he does play, we're not going to see the real Patrick Mahomes. I think any scenario we have to treat it as if Patrick Mahomes isn't 100% or if he's not playing because there's no physical way. I know you guys hear me use medical standpoints and medical terms like, oh, what is this dude saying? I use these medical terms as a way to gauge how a player will be in a certain situation. Whereas a couple of weeks ago when Jared Goff had the thumb injury and he was expected not to play, I still said he was going to play because that's how it is down there. And we ended up seeing what happened in the game. Patrick Mahomes is going to play because he's that dude. Is he going to play well? It's highly doubtful. It's highly doubtful. And even though I talk a lot of about Tre'Davious White, he's still a top 5 corner in this league, and it's a different story when you're matching up against Tyreek Hill, unfortunately, man. Now here's the thing. I still prefer Tre'Davious White in that matchup. Don't get me wrong. But you never know with Tyreek Hill's deep threat capability. Third of all, this is my message to Le'Veon Bell. This is my personal message. I gave a personal message to Jared Goff to give him some inspiration. Now I'm about to give a personal message to you. You are a multiple-time Pro Bowl running back, 1,000-yard rusher.
Last time he did that was
2017. Guy.
Last time he did that was in 2017. Yeah, last time he did that was like 2017.
He was on the Jets. Mm-hmm. You were, keyword, a 1,000-yard rushing running back. You were good enough to where you got paid and didn't play how you were supposed to play. Now you're on the Chiefs. You're on the most dynamic offense in the league. Do your goddamn job. You are in a situation where your quarterback, who is usually the best in the league, doing what he does, is in a situation where he is handicapped. I want you to go out there and run like 2017 Le'Veon Bell. I want you to do what you were supposed to be paid to do in New York. I want you to do what you did in Pittsburgh. I want you to do it now for this team at this moment. I want you to become what Le'Veon Bell used to be. If you're out there watching this, I want you to be what Le'Veon Bell used to be. Fourth of all, Travis Kelce, cheat code. I don't know anybody on the Bills who can guard Travis Kelce. That's all I'm saying. So, you know what? For the first time, I'm not going to give a score. And you want to know why I'm not going to give a score? I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if they're going to let Patrick Mahomes play. I assume he's going to fight through this injury. I don't know. Even if he fights through this injury, it's not going to look pretty, right? I need those guys on that team to step up for him. And I don't know if they can do that. So, you know what? Scratch that. I'm going to go with the Bills, regardless if Mahomes plays or doesn't play. And I'm going to say the score is going to end as 28 Bills, 18 Kansas City. even if in Darius' scenario is treating it as if Patrick Mahomes doesn't play, even if Patrick Mahomes does play, that's a concussion, man. I think people downplay concussions too much. Concussions are an injury to your literal brain, the thing that controls your entire body. There is no way that man is 100%, even if he plays. For that matter, I have to go with the Bills. Now, the Bills in the Super Bowl probably going to go wide right again. Simple as that. Probably going to go wide right again. But, hey, never know. I'm going to be going with the Bills as well today, Darius.
Well, Aiden, thank you for joining my side for once. But Aiden, now to move on to another subject, our Sports Now person of the week. We've been holding this for a very, very long time. Of course, this gives us the opportunity to introduce a new award to highlight you, the fans, and we promoted that on our Instagram at sportsnow_Darius.Aiden, all lowercase here. If you haven't already, make sure to follow that and us on our personal Instagram accounts. Link in the description. But the Sports Now person of the week is Brandon Martinez. Thank you, Brandon, for promoting us, and thank you for doing all the steps. If you want to be selected as the Sports Now person of the week, make sure to do the steps, which are going to be commented down below in the comment section. So make sure to do all of those steps. Again, special shout out to Brandon Martinez. He will have a special appreciation post on our Instagram at sportsnow_Darius.Aiden. And we're to get on out of here again. It's Sports Now Darius Aiden. I'm Darius. I'm Aiden. Until then, everybody, peace and love. See you next week. Enjoy football, everybody.